been a very long time since I have filmed. Even longer time since I've done a reading vlog. We're here to read Fourth Wing. I have been thinking about this book so much. One day I saw someone hold up this book on TikTok, and then after that it just kind of was everywhere. The main thing that caught my attention was that this was sprayed edges. At first I thought this was like a book that everyone bought Fairy Loot or like some type of subscription service that does like special edition books or something like that. But then I found out that this was sold at Target. This was distributed everywhere. I kind of love this. I wish that like publishers would do like the fun editions like this of books, but not just whenever they're doing it with like a subscription service or something like that. Like send this to Target, send this to Walmart, and etc, etc, etc. Like do that. I'm really like rambling on that because I have no idea what this book is about, besides the fact that there are dragons. We already know that this can set me up or be the best blessing in disguise. Hopeful that this is gonna go really, really well. I haven't read a fantasy book in a very long time. The font is so tiny. The number on the page is so much bigger than the actual text. I'm slightly concerned on that part. And the first chapter is like 30 pages, I swear to you. I was flipping through it last night because I thought maybe I'd get a head start. No, long chapters are not what's gonna get me through a book, unless it's just like that fire. If it's fire as hell, I will get through it, but like, oh my gosh, and I am such a person who's like, I need to finish the whole chapter before I can put the book down. Look at it, it's freaking stunning, as you can see. It says fly or die. Back tagline says, a dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. We have a map right away, or is it the same map? I think it's the same one. Yeah, it's the same map. Do we really want to go into a fantasy knowing absolutely nothing? I feel like I should know something. 20-year-old okay, listen, you, what's her name? What is her name? Rebecca. Girl, thank you. Anyways, 20-year-old Violet Sorngale was supposed to enter the scribe class, living a quiet life among books and history. Now, the commanding general, also known as her toughest Talon's mother, has ordered Violet to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become the elite of the Navarre dragon riders. But when you're smaller than everyone else and your body is brittle, death is only the heartbeat away, because dragons don't bond to fragile humans. They incinerate them. With fewer dragons willing to bond than cadets, most would kill Violet to better their own chances of success. The rest would kill her just for being her mother's daughter. Like Xaden Ryerson, the most powerful and ruthless wing leader in the Riders Squadron. She'll need every edge her wits can give her just to see the next sunrise. Yet, with every day that passes, the war outside grows more deadly, the kingdom's protective wards are failing, and the death toll continues to rise. Even worse, Violet begins to suspect leadership is hiding a terrible secret. These are the colors that I picked for my tabs. I do not have a lot of yellow, which is unfortunate. I did buy more tabs that are coming tomorrow, but I don't really think it's gonna change much about this. I'm gonna get started. Chapter 1. See how far I get, and I will check back in a little bit. It has been a slow pickup with me and Fourth Wing. Why is this story so good? I feel like I have read so many stories that have female protagonists who are like weak, they aren't meant to be here, you know, like they have no special skills for what they're doing. But I think this is like the first time that I actually really like my girl. I never read like any type of fight scene, whether it's like a huge battle or like a one-on-one hand-to-hand combat thing. I never read them because I always just find them like boring, sometimes confusing, sometimes not a lot happens during those scenes, so I usually skip over them. But when I tell you I read this one, it was hot. I was okay, I could feel the tension. The tension was building. It was up there.
Oh my gosh. And like, I'm sorry when he calls her. Wait, what's his name? I'm sorry. I'm so bad with names. Like, please, Zayden. When Zayden calls Violet violence, the fuck up. It's too good. It's way too good. It should not be that good. Anyways, I'm gonna finish chapter 10 and then I'm probably gonna peace out for today. So I got a lot to read today and I think I can officially add it to my Goodreads and be like, I'm reading this book. So yes, but that's my little first update for Fourth Wing. It's so good. I have just been taking my time reading a few chapters every single night of this book, and I think that that's probably like the best thing that I have done in a really long time. Most of the time, I feel like I speed through books so fast that like I don't even get to like really settle with what I'm reading, and this has just been such a great experience. I don't know why I don't just read slower. So there is always going to be some type of like political side of it and more of like war and actiony things. And I know at first I was like, I really am enjoying these fight scenes, but I think I was enjoying them because it was like Violet and Zayden on the mat. So I feel like that's why I was reading it, obviously, because the tension, the sexual tension was so good. For like the normal like flight simulation and meetings and stuff, I'm just kind of like snooze fest. I think there's like 498 pages and I'm on like 347, I think, because I'm on chapter 28. So I'm close to being only 100 pages left in the book. Ran out of tabs for this color that I decided to add just for everything that I love in the story, and I added tabs that were like as close to this color as I could get. I can't believe this. All the tabs that I buy, and then I'm still running out of colors. Like, how does that happen? I love Violet and Zayden. I feel like we've really built up their tension just enough. You know, like, I don't feel like anything at this point especially is going to be too, like, insta-lovey, or, like, I don't feel like we've built them up enough to be in a relationship or like have feelings for each other. Like, I kind of get it, but I definitely think that they need to have more conversations at this point for me to really be sold, because there are still so many secrets, at least from Zayden's side, that we haven't unlocked to really get those walls down. And I feel like, even though I know this is probably obvious, but I feel like once he's able to tell her the full story of like even his relationship with her mom and like what happened, once he's able to reveal those secrets at full depth, I think that's also when she probably will be able to fully trust him, you know, because I feel like a lot of that is why they can't properly get close. And I think that's probably also why she cannot unlock her like power or whatever. Usually whenever I'm reading books like this and they give the main character like all of these powers, and they're like, you're going to be the most powerful one in the universe now, and with Rhiannon literally implying that to Violet when she's talking about like, listen, you have like the most powerful dragon, you think you aren't going to be the one calling the shots between you and Zayden, and because their dragons are like mated. Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't even like given like any type of like story updates. Anyways, okay, so you know, they're at the flight school, right? They have dragons. Violet literally got picked by a dragon who is one of the most powerful and like rarely ever mates and rarely ever connects with a human. That dragon is mated to the dragon that Zayden has, and they are enemies. They are like proper enemies. Like, her mother has killed his family and his family has killed her family. They are proper enemies, and I love this, even though I don't really think that Violet was per se as like, I mean, I don't think that she portrayed as much enemy towards him as he did towards her right away. Even though she was kind of like, but like, it wasn't. I guess it's kind of like, I don't really take you seriously. Like, girl, calm down. You know, that's really the energy it was giving. But yeah, I love that they are like proper enemies also. But anyways, back to the whole power thing. I don't really hate that they're saying that like they're implying that she's going to probably be the most powerful rider of their generation. I think that that definitely makes sense, and I don't really hate it because she's definitely putting in the work also to get that payoff. I mean, it's not like she's just kind of like, oh, well, you know, I don't want to be here. I still don't want to be here. Like, you know, and I feel like that happens so much in stories like this. So I'm really happy that, like, she really does want to get better and she wants to be able to take the proper steps to get better. And she doesn't want to take all of the shortcuts and things like that because in reality, you need to know how to do all of the basics also. Anyways, that's it. I'm gonna go to bed. I think I'm gonna finish it. I think it goes up to like 490 something, so I think I have 30 pages left. I think I'm gonna finish it. Oh my god. So far, this has been such a fucking ride, but the spot that I left off on, I just had to pause for a second while I was reading because this is really going to take me through it. Because, like, you know, when things are just going too well, you know, maybe I really do need to start listening to that voice in my head that's like, yeah, things going a little too well right now. You might want to wield it back. But I have been just having the best time with this book. Like, it's putting me through it, and it's so cute. But, like, also just, like, totally, like, so many things going on. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to finish it. Oh my god. I'm so excited! What? That last page? What? I had questions in these fantasy books, like this one I just finished. In these books, there's so much information that honestly, it's easy for small details or little questions that you have to just kind of slip your mind by the time you get to the last fucking page. And now I am gagged. I am completely, like, I wasn't even. This was a ride, and I literally ran out of my angry tab, so it's very good that I finished the book when I did because I was out of that color, and I'm like literally on one more of these, so it was getting dire out here. I just don't even know what to say. The words do not exist. This was such a fun ride. Overall, that's why I'm shocked. When does the next book come out? Tell me, like, what the fuck? Rebecca Yarros, I don't know, you did the damn thing. You gagged me a bit. Like, you snapped. Oh my gosh. I am still reeling from reading this beautiful book right here. I feel like I need to read it over. It was so excellent. Like, truly, truly excellent. I went ahead and I pre-ordered the second book already. We have to talk about that ending. So, I did film myself reacting to the ending of this book. And because none of my reading vlogs are spoiler free, I feel like if you're at this point, you already read the book or you just don't care about spoilers, you just want to watch the content. And I love you for that. But let me tell you, nothing could have prepared me for what that ending was. When Violet was hurt and they had to take her somewhere, I wasn't thinking anything. All of those times that Xaden was like kind of name dropping where he used to train or like where he went or like people he knew or things like that, I really wasn't thinking anything about it. Of all of the people that I thought there was a possibility of coming back from the dead, I was not expecting it to be her brother. Oh my God, what? Her brother is working with the rebels? What? Like, I'm still trying to process that because I don't know how that got past me. I feel like there was like a bigger clue to this being the case, and I'm kind of hurt that I didn't pick up on it. I thought, if anything, her father would still be found alive, even though I know that's like the point, you're not meant to always catch those things, but that genuinely caught me off guard, and I think that that is what really sold me on this book. Even though I was already sold at that point, I really did just reach a point where I was just like, mind is fucking blown. This I was not prepared for at all. And so I'm sitting here still like, what the fuck is that? How did that happen? Why did that happen? What? I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited because I love the idea that she's going to be pulled onto the side of the revolution, and that's definitely pulling, like, she has the most powerful dragon, you know, and she's going to be on the side of the revolution. Like, that's already drama and a plot right there, especially considering who her mother is and who her sister is. And like, are they ultimately going to get her sister to join them also? Because the way that her sister loves her so fiercely, I feel like, oh, seeing that relationship fall apart will break me, because I loved seeing the sister bond that they had and just how much her sister protected her and just really wanted to help her. Get it. I loved it. I really thought this was going to be one of those overrated books. I did not have an audiobook for this. I flew through this on genuine, pure, uninterrupted enjoyment. Wait, I feel like I have to speak on the romance. They were able to talk to each other, and I liked that Xaden believed in Violet in a way that was so apparent that, oh my god, I can't even remember his name. What is his name? Because he really pissed me off multiple times. Yeah, Dane. I really hated him, especially when it became apparent that he did not believe that Violet had anything in her. She had no fight. She had no motivations. She was not able to defend herself. He felt like he had to be her protector. He was her babysitter. He was trying to get her out of there. And then he manipulated her and just broke her trust. And I hated that, because I feel like it also kind of feeds into his narrative of her not being prepared for the possibilities of things that could harm her, including himself. And it's unfortunate that that happened, because right before they went to this final battle that they didn't know was going to be a final battle or attack or whatever, he touched her, and his added specialty and power is being able to read thoughts. And it's not that Xaden didn't also manipulate her and mislead her, tell her half truths to get her to help him and be on his team and things like that. But both sides did kind of piss me off for a second there. But I do think that Xaden contributed a lot more to making sure that Violet could be able to defend herself in even the worst situation. Even when she did feel like Xaden betrayed her and like he was on the wrong side, he was leading her to the wrong side. Even in those moments, she still could defend herself to a point. And if she would have followed Dane's advice, if she would have followed his mindset, she would not have been able to protect herself at all in that situation. She would still be as weak as she was when she first got to the school. And so I like when partners want there to be a balance, and it wasn't so much that she felt that she had to bow down to him, which I feel like a lot of times in these books, no matter how powerful the main protagonist is made to be, it feels like she always has to accommodate for the feelings of whoever her partner is. Kind of like I feel like the best example of what I'm thinking of the opposite of this would probably be, what is that series? Shadow and Bone. Let me not shade other couples. I know people love them, but I just kind of wanted to come in and wrap up my main thoughts on this story. I really liked the politics of it. It wasn't as boring as I thought it would be. The action was a little better in this. I read a lot more of it than I usually do in these type of books, because I don't always love the action. I just enjoyed the characters, the side characters, the side plots. I hope we get more from them, but I don't know now that everyone's separated, so it might be a little weird. There was a death in this that broke my heart. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was a good time. It put me through it. I loved everyone and I loved everything, and I can't wait to reread this. This is one that I really can't wait. I anticipate rereading it one day. Anyways, that's everything. Thumbs up, comments, whatever. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Only love into dreams, baby.